Hey everybody. So in this video, I'm going to show you how we can rationalize a denominator. We're going to work through question 1 and question 2, and then we'll try some exam style questions at the end. If you want to work along with me, you can download a copy of a PDF from my website. I'll leave a link in the description below. So if we begin with question A, we've got 8 over root 2. So as it stands, this denominator is currently irrational because root 2 is a third. And when we rationalize the denominator, we need to cancel out this square root. So the way we do this is we multiply the numerator and denominator by root 2. Because by doing this, we're in effect multiplying it by 1. So we don't change its value. But what will happen is we'll have 8 times root 2 for our numerator. Then for our denominator, we'll have root 2 squared. And when you square the square root, these two will cancel. So what we're left with is 8 root 2 over 2. And this will simplify. 8 divided by 2 will make 4. So we've got 4 root 2. Okay? So to rationalize the denominator, we need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the denominator in the original fraction. So if we look at example B, we've got 10 over root 5. We can see it's currently irrational for the denominator. So to rationalize this, we multiply the numerator and denominator by the square root of 5. When we multiply the numerator, we get 10 root 5. And for our denominator, we get root 5 squared. And the root and the squared will cancel. So we've got 10 divided by 5, which is 2 root 5. Okay? And then for question C, we've got 3 times the square root of 14, but the 14 and the 21 will have a common factor of 7. So we can factorize this as 3 times the square root of 7 times the square root of 2. This will make the root 14 divided by the square root of 7 times the square root of 3. So the reason why I did this was because you can see that the square root of 7s will cancel. So we've got 3 root 2 over the square root of 3. Now we can rationalize this by multiplying the numerator and denominator by root 3. So for our numerator, we've got 3. Root 2 times root 3 is root 6, divided by root 3 squared, which is 3. The 3's will cancel, and we're left with the square root of 6. Okay? For question D, again, we can simplify this fraction by factorizing the 15. So we've got 6 times the square root of 5 times the square root of 3 divided by root 3. Now you can see that these two root 3's will cancel. So we've got 6 root 5. Okay? If we look at example 2, so now our numerator is more complicated, but it's exactly the same idea. So we've got 3 plus root 2 over root 2. We multiply the numerator and denominator by this root 2. So I'll put this into brackets. We'll expand out this bracket. So we've got 3 root 2. And then the root 2 squared will just give us 2 over the root 2 times root 2 give us another 2. We can't factor our numerator, so we'll just leave it like this. And then for question B, we can multiply the numerator and denominator by the root 5. So we've got root 5, lots of 15 plus root 40 over root 5 squared. So this is just 5. We can expand out our numerator. We've got 15 root 5 here. And then the square root of 40 is the same as root 8 root 5. And when you multiply this root 5 by this one, we just get 5. So this will be 5 root 8 over the 5. We can factor 5 out on our numerator. So we've got 5 lots of 3 root 5 plus root 8 over 5. And then we can cancel these, and we can simplify the square root of 8 as root 4 root 2. So we get 3 root 5 plus 2 root 2. Okay? Let's try some exam style questions. Okay, so in question 1, we've been asked to rationalize this denominator. And in example 2, we've been asked to make this look in the form of a plus b root 2, where a and b are integers. So do you want to try these questions yourself? You can pause the video, and when you come back, we'll go through the work solutions. Okay, so welcome back if you had a go. So for question 1, we've got n plus root n over root n, and we'll multiply both by the denominator. Then we'll expand out the bracket, put this bracket in here. So now we've got n root n, which is this term, and then the root n squared, so just n, over root n squared. And then we can factor our numerator. We can take the n out. So we've got root n plus 1 over n. These two will cancel. So we've got the square root of n plus 1. Okay? Question 2. We've got 8 minus root 18 over root 2. We'll multiply both by the root 2. Put this in brackets. We'll expand this out. So we've got 8 root 2. And then root 2 times root 18 will give us root 36. Divided by the root 2 squared, so just 2. We can simplify this numerator. The root 36 will just become 6. And then we can factor out the 2. So we've got 2 lots of 4 root 2 minus 3 over the 2. And then these will cancel. So we're left with 4 root 2 minus 3. Rearranging it into this form, this will give us minus 3 plus 4 root 2. So a will equal negative 3 and b will equal 4. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope that's given you a clearer idea on how we can rationalize denominators. If you did find that helpful, please like and subscribe, and you can download the full lesson and the PDF that accompanies this video from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link in the description below.